Hey guys, okay, so this is going to be half an update video and half of kind of what happened with me and Cameron. And I got asked this question previously earlier this week on what happened with me and him and why me and him aren't together anymore. And basically, it's a long story that I won't go into out of respect for him, but I'm going to kind of go into the whole me and Cameron relationship just basically to help other single moms out. You don't even have to be a teen mom, just single moms in general help. So basically me and Cameron met when I was in 8th grade, so that was in 2008. And he moved in when I was 16. And it was really rough in between there. We were kind of on and off, but basically still together. He was a player, to say the least. And then, at that point, I got pregnant when he moved in, obviously. And then, September 25th, 2011, he had to move out for, once again, reasons that I won't go into. But it pretty much made it a situation where we were never going to be together again. And it wasn't even like, oh, we got in a fight, he has to move out. It was a situation where there's no way my family would ever accept him ever again. There was no way I was ever going to be able to bring him back around my house. And it's still, even to this day, my family doesn't even want Maleah to see him. And that had to be something that I had to choose. That took a while. That if I did not want my daughter's father in her life or not. And it was really difficult to get to that point. And the thing that hurt the worst about him leaving, it wasn't even him leaving because we were really rocky, but no one wants to have a broken family, and no one wants their child to not have their father in their life. And I knew at that point where he was going to move, it was going to be really hard for me to let her see him. And I built all this up for so long, and then all of a sudden now it's just thrown away, and it wasn't even something that built up to this breakup. It was like one day I came home from work and it had to be done. It was done. He had to leave. And it was really hard to go through. And then a couple months after he moved out, by February, he had another girl pregnant. And he has a son he was born in October. And at first I was hurt. I was so hurt because I was like, hold on, this is 4 months after you leave me. We were together for 4 years and you already have somebody else pregnant, and who is this chick? And I was mad, but I've never been one of those females to go out there and yell at the other woman. One, because 90% of the time, probably more than that, it's not the other woman's fault. It's usually the man that's going out there, and sorry guys that are watching, but it's true. It's usually the man that's going out there and telling these females that he's single, and he was single, but I still felt like that was like my property, in a sense. And to this day, I think he even feels like I am his property, in a sense. And he struggles to this day with letting me go and seeing me with other people. And I know it hurts him, and he has told me before he still loves me and all that stuff. And I'll be honest, I will never not love him. He gave me Maleah. He helped me through some of the hardest points in my life, some of the hardest things. And he was my best friend for the longest time. And I was mad that he went and got somebody else. I was like, you did what? But it wasn't her fault, and if that's what he chose to do, that's what he chose to do, and that's the lifestyle he chose to live. And it was a thing where, do I kill myself every day over the fact that he's got another woman pregnant, he's with this other woman, or do I move on with my life? And I chose to move on with my life, and I know that's a hard thing for a lot of females to do. And I'm glad that I did move on, because there was no point in it. And I think that he always thought that I was going to be there when he came back, and I wasn't there this time. And I'm not ever going to be there again. And like I'm still there to support him even after all that he did to me. And if I went into a video of what me and Cameron went through, and not even necessarily, it was just abusive, period. Mentally, not so much physically, but very mentally abusive and emotionally abusive with me and him. And I don't know, it's hard, because I'll be honest, sometimes I wish that me and him could have our family back together and be together and live together, and I could have help with my bills and doing all those things, but I can't. And it's not going to be healthy for Maleah, and it's not going to be healthy for me. And me and him from day one have never really been able to have a conversation. We always just kill each other. So to get on a good parenting schedule is important, and we're working on that. But me and him are both very hard-headed, stubborn people. Especially him. So yeah, I guess that's kind of where I stand with that, just to kind of let you guys know where that is. But again, girls, if your significant other, your boyfriend, your baby daddy, sorry, I'm playing with a sponge right now, your husband leaves you, let them go. I mean, fight for your family what you have to do, but if they don't want to be with you and you really love them, let them go. Let them be happy. I mean, if you love somebody, if somebody loved you and you were in that situation where you just really weren't into it anymore, you would want somebody to just be able to let you go. So, that was basically the thing. And he did let me go for a little bit, and I had to let him go first. But then I was always there. No matter what he did, no matter who he was with, no matter who he cheated on me with, I was still there. And when he finally realized I wasn't there anymore, I think that's the hardest thing for him, and he's still struggling with that. And there's days that he goes through saying he hates me, and then the next day he's telling me he loves me, and then all this extra shit. So, excuse my language. But anyway, and you guys, sorry that was kind of random, but if you guys have any questions about me and Cameron, I'll leave it down below, or questions about my relationships and how things worked and how Maleah handles it, and just basically all that, because I realized I never told you guys the gist, and I never talked about really how it is to not be with your child's father. And those girls out there that your children's father or child's father is taking care of you, and your child's father is taking care of your kids, be thankful. Don't give them shit. Just be thankful. And that's really all I gotta say. Anyway, you guys have a good night. If you want to see any videos, let me know. Have a good day. Bye.